This week on Hermitcraft.
Blow up, you stupid creepers! How is this possible?
Oh, Scar, you haven't heard. I'm God's favorite princess. It doesn't...
Yep, see there.
We can't all be God's favorite.
Welcome to the Hermitcraft recap. My name is Pixelriffs, our writers, Loy XP. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. After the quiet of January, nature is healing, and there's no better sign than Wells Knight coming out of Hermitcraft hibernation when he catches the scent of some TCG cooking. With starter decks being handed out, many hermits are planning to stream their competitive cardboard matches with only highlights making it to the YouTube videos, so don't expect a play-by-play from us, but we'll do our best to update you on any significant developments. In the meantime, you have an opportunity to contribute to the Hermitcraft server proper, thanks to the fan art gallery project that's been picking up steam over on the Hermitcraft subreddit. The most recent results are showcased in full in Cupbound135's video, where Azumavoid once again takes us on a tour of the museum, this time including the winning art from Cub's own fans.
Dude, look at Joe in this
Little
one.
Joe?
Yeah.
On the swing?
That's brilliant.
The next gallery due to be filled is Tango Tech's one, so please visit the link in the description to submit your own paintings or vote for the ones you enjoy the most. Just make sure you adhere to the rules outlined in the PDF attached. And with that out of the way, let's take a look at all the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week. Starting with Pearlescent Moon, who opens the mail to receive her Redstone TCG starter deck, and a congratulations from Impulse SV for coming second on the Touchgrass scoreboard.
Merry Christmas! How long has this been sitting here? I don't think it was there on Christmas.
But this time, instead of mailing Purpa to smallish beans, Pearl goes postal and airdrops a skyscraper made of the much maligned material right onto the city limits of Joel's cyberpunk masterpiece.
7,500 per blocks, dude.
What? It's gigantic.
Joel seems to take this well, which is probably the best case scenario considering the effort it took to design and build, and also because Pearl has gotten quite fond of the Purpa monster he built over at her eco-friendly farmhouse.
I wondered if you noticed it. It's been there a while. It's growing dust and cobwebs, buddy.
It took me quite a while to notice. I'm not gonna lie. It was an embarrassing amount of time.
But Pearl isn't done spreading joy quite yet, as she gifts Tango Tech a belated holiday present, solving all his issues with existing Redstone components by offering to become a Redstone component herself. A concept which Tango seems to enjoy thoroughly, even when they trade places and Pearl uses him as a target block.
Yeah!
Oh, I'm on audible target block. Ow!
The Pervertile skyscraper bit actually takes a different form in Joel Smallish Beans' video, where he includes a dramatic recreation of their dramatic conversation, including of course a dramatic Australian accent coming from this incredibly British man.
Yeah, I did, because I'm a shaky, chappy Australian person. Me, it's Pearl. Good.
Oh, Pearl, you funny person. Yeah, it's really kind of purpery, isn't it, and stuff, but it's actually kind of cool, Pearl. You've done a good job. I might have to adapt it at some point.
Yeah, I did do a good job because I'm a good builder.
Joel is of course no stranger to the urban towers, as his own build for the week features a whole super smelter as just a footnote in the material gathering. To further drive home just how massive the project is, we have to highlight that a shulker box full of deep slate tile is just the leftover runoff as far as the list of materials is concerned. Consider also this: in the 14.5-hour time-lapse of putting his architectural vision to life, Joel casually builds up past the biplane that was part of the King Kong prank from earlier in the season. It makes sense the biggest building in the city would be the one with his sorting system, and just to make sure you never forget who owns the place, Joel engraves the very top with the letters SB, which naturally stands for Starter Base.
This tower was big. Look how much this tower was over that tower. Crazy.
Vintage Beef's starter base gains several new residents as he goes on an adventure to far-flung biomes, bringing back a bunch of loot, some allays, and 4 sniffer eggs. The sniffers feel right at home, unlike the baby goats, which the Fresh Animations resource pack has decided should look convincingly alien, because in space no one can hear them scream.
So, do you know how to contain goats by any chance?
What do you mean by contain?
Between working on rooms in his stronghold base, including a potion brewing library, Beef also adds a TCG planning room to his home base, the better to decide how he's going to turn this PvP deck into a powerhouse. And since he's going to spend a fair bit of time in the TCG arena and shop, it's about time he started working on the gardens.
I think it looks pretty good. We got a little shadow being cast over the pond. Technically not really because the sun's right there, but maybe when the sun's on this side, we'll have a shadow cast over the pond.
While Joe Hills has been project managing a lot of the TCG activity so far, he's also been landscaping and building his enormous Hermit Holmdel site, and this week he invites an LGBTQ and trans rights activist to join him in conversation while he works on the central building. Rather than find ways to make light-hearted commentary on this, we'll just encourage you to check out the video so you can listen to Alison's expertise and consider how to make a difference in your community.
As somebody who monologues for a living, it's a real challenge sometimes to know, okay, this is one where I'm just sitting back and I'm taking it in.
Because I'm unfamiliar with the subject and I want to learn more. And that is so important. Like,
for those of us who still want more Joe Hills in their life, Wells Knight conveniently returns from his 6 months of not posting on Hermitcraft, seemingly to just challenge the man at their own card game.
And then look out, Joe, I'm going to tickle you to death. So 90 from tickle.
Not that kind of stream.
It's a very, very powerful
Or
tickler.
is it,
Save
Scar?
that for the hermits only.
Or is it?
Much as Wells playing Roguecraft is out of this show's jurisdiction, the same cannot be said about him doing rock, paper, scissors with Cubvan or trying out Mace Race. So yes, we can address that he does indeed do that. Which is very funny because this might as well be the first time he actually ever held a mace on this server.
Pretty simple. Quick little simple thing.
Well, and we can use this to resolve disputes too.
That's true. This could be
You know,
Who needs the courthouse? We can just settle
Yeah,
all of our
exactly.
differences with rock, paper, scissors.
I gotta tell B-dubs about this.
B-dubs, you're obsolete.
You've been made obsolete by an ancient game.
In a similar vein, Zedaf is here for the first time this year, and he's starting out strong with his Chicken Villagers project. To once again explain the situation on screen, in Minecraft, baby zombies can spawn riding a chicken. Some of those baby zombies will also be baby villager zombies riding a chicken. Curing one with a potion and an apple will let that baby grow up into a regular full-size villager riding a chicken, whom you can lead around with a lead. Zadaf even lets a spare one go to the zoo of Good Times with Scar, or at least the parking lot, as the actual zoo is not open at this time. Still, it's a wonder the man even made it there, given Scar's track record for mob transportation.
Okay. Oh, he crashed. You crashed him into your hedge.
Is he okay?
He just got a face full of hedge. I think so, yeah. I mean, he likes the hedge, right? They can breathe in hedge, I think.
Zedaf, however, took his Chocobo traders even further, and by now has established a full trading hall of the chicken villagers being dangled over the pit on leads, since you can actually attach the lead to their chickens. And this week, the project reaches its natural conclusion, where the platform of trading gets more automated, letting Zed throw the trade treasures right off the ledge and into an auto-sorted storage somewhere below. There's even a helpful minecart of emeralds that pops in whenever you enter the room.
Loads more emeralds than this, but that's what this entire room is for. We're going to be pumping out the emeralds out the rear ends of our lovely villager trader friends.
So, about Scar's track record then.
Yep, seen him.
The other time Mr. Goodtimes has some animals to deliver is when Cubfan135 discovers 2 charged creepers sailing the streets of his base and wants them gone, but not in the conventional way.
Oh, there he goes. Hey, he made it.
Not one to miss this opportunity, Scar arrives to take the electric cucumbers off his hands, and to his credit, does successfully fly the exploder boat away from Cub's base. He then crashes into Gemini Tay's one and blows up the freshly built custom trees.
Like, seriously, if I walked right here, they're gonna... Yep, seen him.
At least he didn't then blow up the inconspicuous house hiding the piston door to the castle laboratory. Then this week's Gem episode would be undone completely. As for Cub, he proudly names the one road through his skulk plains the Scar Street in the name of the brave pilot who rid it of creepers, and because the incident sure left a scar on the community. Something tells us Doc M won't get the same honor for defending Corrales from all those creaking, but that's probably because he planted them in the first place.
Oh, wow. Are we sure this is the last mouse?
Yeah.
While waiting for Papa K to leave his base unattended, Doc shows off the trophy for his poker tournament and graffitis a segment of the wall at Impulse SV's cyberpunk base.
Because, yeah, we only have that much of a resolution here, but I think that looks super cool.
But karma comes around for Doc when he visits Pearl, both to have his head added to the ballroom and to suggest they team up looking for Windburst books so they can both play around with superpowered maces. They return from the trial chambers a few heavy cores and diamonds richer, but with their maces and book collections no more enhanced than before.
We tried.
Well,
you know, the effort
we did.
counts.
What was that, 2 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours of our lives wasted.
2 hours and nothing.
We got some cores out of it.
Lastly, convinced he'd better fix it before the wood goes out of stock entirely, Doc goes through the painstaking process of glitching a llama back into his dark oak farm, only to discover he had a ton of dark oak already in reserve. At least he can now use it for pale oak as well. And finally, there's Mumbo, who is just really enjoying mass pollution at the minute.
It's actually one of my favourite parts of the build. It makes it look alive, it makes it look real, it makes it look worked in.
While his river is being flooded with chemicals, he sets about flooding his town with characters. The cliffside settlement comes alive with the eponymous owners of stores like Jill and Bill's Bits and Bobs sketched out and Minecraft skinned so they can appear as armor stands. Meaning Mumbo finally gets to answer burning questions like, how big is Big Ron anyway? And what would Mumbo look like if he was clean-shaven and cool? Last of all, he adds a bunch of anonymous characters to the scene by appearing on the server himself with whatever popular skins he could find and download, then challenging Gemini Tay to dispatch each one of these people with him at the wheel, which has the surprising effect of bringing Gem's player kill count to well above the population of the server, but the even more surprising effect of Mumbo occasionally winning a duel.
No, you've got to die.
Oh no, oh god. Maybe it must be the nudity. Maybe the more nude my skin is, the better I get.
And that's about it for this week's recap. Our writer is LoyXP and my name is Pixel Riffs. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here and subscribe so you won't miss future recaps. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next week.